Hi guys, welcome back to another daily tarot card. These are your daily tarot cards for Monday, April 10th, 2023. Today we're pulling from the Disney Alice in Wonderland tarot deck. We start off with the Five of Wands, and I was kind of shocked that this is wands, but because it's flowers, but I feel like you're different from everyone else because they're talking about confrontation. We were getting this before. So like a group confrontation, they were talking about like water cooler gossip. So it's like, be careful who you share your secrets with. I wouldn't share it with anyone at work because they will go and spill everything. They'll sit there and betray you in that way. You know, they have nothing to lose. You know what I mean? They're the type of person that likes to stir the pot, step back, and let everybody fight. And I feel like it's just stay away from it. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a waste of energy, honestly. We have the Six of Cups. So we definitely have like people coming back from our past, nostalgia in this case, but I feel like giving back to others. I feel like pouring, it's kind of like Queen of Cups in a minor way, but I feel like you're giving of your resources that the person doesn't have and you don't expect anything in return. Queen of Cups doesn't expect anything in return either, but I feel like it's just like I feel like reminiscing, you know what I mean? We have the Four of Pentacles. So some of us are, got some worry and doubt. It is a long weekend. It is celebrations. When you're with a group of people, it's just like, it's a lot. It can be a lot, absorbing all different energies. So it's just like, grounding yourself, meditation, energy plucking, sitting there and getting yourself centered. You know what I mean? Like, grounding and Mercury, retrograde communication. But I feel like, when they were showing the root of the tree, we actually saw that in the piece, oh my gosh, I want to say it wrong. Haddish, the book of Exodus. It's a graphic novel we have for the kids. Gets them engaged, you know, able to share the traditions with them. But they were showing like the two parents and that, like, how their roots run deep, and they were showing how the roots made a child. It was really cool. But I feel like it's like release fear, worry, and doubt. And I feel like there's a lot of change. That's why we're all like crazy. Like, where energy's like everywhere. And it's like, this is the time to ground ourselves. Full moon exacerbates that. But it's like, if you're feeling like this peace and calm coming in, it's like, definitely embrace it. Definitely, take it with you and enjoy the calm. They're saying calm before the storm. I hope not. By the grace of God. It's just like, for us, it's been 5 weeks. It's like this fifth week, it's been pretty chill. You know what I mean? Things are moving in a positive way. You know what I mean? And that's where the way we want to continue going. You know what I mean? I definitely am hearing things that I don't like about a family member, and I'm gonna keep him in my prayers. But it's just like, damn, man. We have the mystery. This is the magician. This is the combination of elements. This is our essence. This is who we are. It's like, that yellow hue, following your intuition. And it's like, we get that twice with the Queen of Flowers and the mystery, where it's like, follow your intuition. You know what I mean? It's like, sit there and embrace who you are. Follow your intuition. It's like, you don't have to go with the crowd, is what they're showing. They're showing like a bunch of people walking away from you. And it's like, they're doing their thing. And it's just like, that's not where you belong. That's not where your energy is. It's like, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to beat to everybody else's drum. You know what I mean? Like, we're okay to just do our own thing. You know what I mean? They're saying that's what's going to push you ahead forward. I love what the Four of Hedgehogs, this golden, it's like very vibrant gold in person, where it's just like, it's kind of like protection. I feel like kind of like Victor wearing the wreath. We definitely have a couple, when you see this card traditionally, with the couple wearing the wreaths on their head, and it's like marriage, engagement, celebrations. There's this one prayer in the Hebrew faith where they talk about the bridesmaid, and it's actually talking about Shabbat, which is like, pretty interesting. But it's just, that's what they're kind of like talking about, like a bridesmaid, like, celebrating like the wife or the husband. You know what I mean? Kind of like that kind of celebration. So we're gonna start off with the Five of Flowers. Again, they're talking about confrontation here. That's such a pretty card. It's like I was shocked that that's what it was. Um, Sorry, I lost my place here. Almost fell out. We know with five, it's change. The five of flowers represents conflict and competition. You may feel as though others aren't appreciating your contributions or ideas. A lot of people don't, and that's fine. It's just like if they don't appreciate them, just that's okay. Put my energy somewhere else. And this is cautioning resentment. Openly communicate your perspective and feelings to clear the air and restore balance in the situation. Sometimes you're going to be you're going to be overlooked in certain situations, work, relationships, friendships, you know what I mean? But that's okay. You know what I mean? It's just like in my case it's just like kind of like it's put perspective of like that's not my career. That's my job. You know what I mean? So it's just like I respect it and I give it my 110%, but it's like I'm not there to make big moves. I'm not there to you know what I mean? Make a lasting impression where like the rest of my life. You know what I mean? It's just like I respect it while I have it because it is a source of income, but it's just like you know what I mean? It's just like I'm not looking to make waves or step on people's toes or you know what I mean? It's just like, do your job, go home. You know? It's just like, keep to yourself. So the Six of Cups, what makes you feel happy and sweet, little Dania in the flower field as a cherry, as the field, as the Mad Hatter hosts a merry tea party. Six of Cups advises you to reconnect with the simple things in life that bring you joy. Go outside and enjoy the warm feeling of the sunshine on your face or call on an old friend to reminisce and laugh. Definitely, it's like connections, you know what I mean? It's, like all of us are like busy this like weekend, so maybe it's like you didn't have time to kiki with your girlfriends or your guy friends or you know what I mean? It's just like because it's been like family, so maybe like you had two dinners or a couple of dinners. Maybe it's like you had your family dinner, then your parents' dinner, then your partner's parents' dinner. It's just our family's dinner. It's just you know what I mean? Like holidays can be exhausting in that way. So it's just like kind of connecting, and this is where I say like your elements, your chakras could be out of element here or energy plucking because it's like oh I love your skirt, that's an effing ugly skirt, and there to everybody else, you know what I mean, that kind of mean girl attitude, you know what I mean. So it's just like you know they're showing like black stockings and a skirt. I don't know why. I don't know who this is. And you have I love this style and I love the shoes. It's like gothic shoes with like a buckle or it's just like I guess you call them clogs. I don't know if I would call them clogs, but I don't know. I like it, but it's just kind of like someone judging what you're wearing. So the four hedgehogs represents material stability and harmony at the home. You're managing your resources carefully and are being rewarded with comfort and security. Continue to practice moderation and plan carefully for the future. I definitely feel like everyone should have like a checking account for your bills, savings account for like, for my case, it's like snow removal, extra expenses such as hydro being higher. So I know that hydro will be higher probably like July, August because it gets hotter. So it's just like having that air conditioner on a little bit more or having it on full blast in August. So it's just like, okay, I'm going to save for that. And then I could just sit there and put it on the hydro bill and it's not a big deal because I saved for it. You know what I mean? So I feel like in that way, it's just like, and then you should have your savings account for like emergencies. You know what I mean? And just like keep, $5, $10, just put it in there. So that way, when those extra expenses come up, it's like you have the money to, take care of it. You know what I mean? And it's obviously, and it's being like extra cautious, like, you know what I mean? Because it's easy, especially if you're somewhat like they're showing like, the queen of like cups or like, you know what I mean? Where it, especially the nostalgia card where they're showing giving to others, you know what I mean? It's just like, maybe nothing going crazy. It's just like you want to give like a chocolate or maybe a little plushie to some, like a child. You know what I mean? And it's just like, don't go crazy, but you could go to like, Walmart and you can get them like a chocolate bunny and a stuffed animal. It's like, You know what I mean? Just, or you give them like $20, whatever, like whatever the age is, right? But it's just like, just say like, I'm thinking of you during the holidays or something like that. You know what I mean? It's just like, you don't have to go crazy. You know what I mean? But it's just like, maybe it's you're pulled to do it, right? So I definitely feel nostalgia because, Monday, if some of us it's a holiday, some of us it's not, some of us are working. But it's like the government, like I feel like schools closed on Monday, isn't it? I don't know. Everything's changed so much. But it's just like, you're get that extra day to spend with each other. Especially like I said, if you're going to people's houses for the holidays, it's like you get that extra day, hopefully to yourself. Continue to practice with moderation, plan carefully for the future. So I definitely feel like it's just like, watching your coins, you know what I mean? Like maybe you got like some extra money you weren't expecting, maybe you got a raise, maybe you got back pay for it because like here the minimum wage went up across the country. So it's like maybe you're going to get back pay for that, and it's like, take that little bit of money and put it into your savings account. You know what I mean? Like put it away where you can. You know what I mean? It's just like, so that way you have like a peace of mind, like, higher bills. Okay, I planned for this. I have it ready. So the mystery. The mystery advises you not to take anything at face value. Dig deeper and use your intuition to discover what's really going on underneath the surface. And I feel like with this Five of Wands, I feel like someone's like, I really feel like stirring the pot. I feel like a feminine energy. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's like they come in and tell you one thing, they go and tell someone else, but it's like they're waiting for your reaction. Don't give them a reaction. You know what I mean? Like, only fools pass on around gossip. Only a wise person stops it. So, or they'll tell you something expecting you to say something. Take time to consider situations from a new perspective. Very hangman energy in the tree too. You may discover that the challenges you're perceiving aren't even truly there at all. But that's like sometimes like when there's a lot of change. You got the Five of Wands, so maybe you're like, when they're talking about this conflict, maybe it's inner conflict with yourself. It may not even be like, we're always so easy to go into the outside world. It's like the conflict is coming from the outside when it actually be coming in from the inside, where your shadow side's like, oh my gosh, it is time to go and have a party. They're worried. Let's feed on that. Like they're uneasy. They're feeling insecure. They're feeling, all this kind of energy. And it's like, let's feed. This is where, when they say like it spreads, it's kind of like that. It's just like, okay, they're feeling uneasy. Now we can sit there and, build up all this, you know, rabbit hole energy in them. Let's make it worse. You know what I mean? And it's like, this is where panic attacks come in. And it's because it's the uneasiness. It's just like, what ifs, you know what I mean? Or maybe it's kind of reminiscent from before, you know what I mean? Like, especially when your things from the past keep coming up. That's like, remember when this happened? It's like, oh, crud, right. Remember when this happened? It's like, uh-huh. It's like, yeah, I remember all that. And it's like, okay, so like keep that in mind. And it's just like, ooh, doesn't bring up the best feelings. The Queen of Flowers is a social person who takes pride in her appearance and sparks and speaks her mind with elegance and authority. Admired by others, she commands attention wherever she goes. It's time to hold your head up high, put your inevitable talents and skills on display, and embrace the unique traits that make you who you are. I feel like very much stepping in the spotlight, we had a card like that was definitely shining a light on us. You know what I mean? Like, I'm following different healers, like different people are coming across my For You page on TikTok, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, the messages are resonating, so it's just like, especially about one part. And I'm like, yeah, like things are, starting to give me more time to do the things that I want to do. It's just, obviously with Passover, it's just like there's restricted times when you can work. So it's like I get more time, but you can't work, right? You can't use your skills because, that's the restriction. You're supposed to be doing the right thing and praying and doing like, what you're supposed to be doing, not going around and, running buck wild and, doing craziness. Everybody's different. You know what I mean? You do what you want to do, but that's what we're supposed to do. So, I feel like, follow, like, because the way that I see it, it's like anytime I've asked for something, it's like kind of like the song Dayenu. It's like, you could have only gave us the Torah, but you also gave us, Shabbat. It's like Dayenu. We're so thankful. You could have just rescued us from Egypt, but you also, brought us to Jerusalem. Dayenu. It's like so many things. Like that's the way I see it. It's like you got us safely out of Toronto to New Brunswick, Dayenu. But not only did you do that, you brought us to a safe home. You know what I mean? Like we had a roof overhead. We had you know what I mean? It's like that's where I feel like that Five of Wands energy comes in, and it's like kind of seeing things with a new perspective with the mystery. I keep on. I get it that um oh my gosh, what is it? Garrett Van Fleet, meaning the master. So I keep saying master because that song's like living in my head rent free all the time. But it's just like, you know what I mean? It's just like being. Who said that recently? Sherry Shepherd said it. I was trying to watch her show and I'm just like kind of didn't hit where it used to. But you know what I mean? It's like that. You know what I mean? I understand it's the first year of her show, but I feel like they could have put more into, what she was doing. Maybe that's not her. But, what really spoke to me is like when I'm going through things, it's like start listing off things that I'm grateful for. And that's what I did when getting through my widow fog is that I started listing off things that I was grateful for because sometimes it's hard to see how blessed you are when you have a lot going on. And you know what I mean? It's just not even to say like you have to believe in Yahweh, Yeshua, or divine creator, universe, even if it's just yourself. That's who you resonate with. It's just like when we're going through those things, it's like, you know what? Even though that's going on, I still have a lot of blessings here. I still have a lot of great things going on here. So it may not look like the way that I want it to right now, but it's like because things are changing. And when things are changing, we're unsure of things, And I feel like that's where the Four of Pentacles really comes in because there's a lot of change going on for some people, So it's like pre-retrograde energy, and it's just like, you know what I mean? Especially if you've been going through it for a while, sometimes it's just like, damn, retrogrades come. Like I even said that with like this whole thing that happened. I'm like, damn, is it retrograde? Like what's going on here? And it's just like things happen in our life to propel us forward, and it's the moves that we want to make, but we're scared to. We're scared of the repercussions. Are we making a mistake? You know what I mean? And it's just like. Universe is like, oh, I heard you loud and clear, and I saw the move you made, and you're putting other people's happiness before yours, and I feel like that's why they're saying follow your intuition here, but they're talking about your skills here. So if you're looking for a positive confirmation to do something, I feel like that's it, because they said hone in your skills and your talents. It's your time to shine. It's your time to rise. It's your time to glow up, So it's like, this is the time to do it. They're saying someone's doing an autumn sale, but they're kind of showing spring stuff, which doesn't make sense. But, okay. But it's like you're doing some sort of sale. I feel like it's like your sweater. So I feel like you're doing like your long sleeve items. This looks like a clothing store. So it's like purging the last seasons. I wouldn't say old. I would just say last seasons, which is the winter, because we're in spring. Not in New Brunswick. We're the second spring, as they did a Walmart commercial. She's like, what about the second spring and it snows again? I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what weather we're in. Is it winter, spring? What is it? Would bring? I don't know. Would pring? Wind pring. I don't know. But, Springer. Oh my gosh. But, it's like, believe in yourself, trust in yourself that, this is the time. I feel like things are calming down in your life, so it gives you time to refocus and put your energy into those projects. I feel like, you know what I mean? I know with us, it's like there's the restriction. So, we're supposed to, light candles and do the prayers, do the closing ceremonies, basically. You know what I mean? So it's like a little different there. Passover ends, and like you're not allowed to eat breads and cakes and cookies and everything like that again. Oh my gosh. I've made already two mistakes. I'm just like, oh my god. The other one I was able to spit out. Today it was just like a cluster F. I was just like, oh my gosh. And then it dawned on me. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, ugh. I hadn't had my coffee yet. And so it wasn't awake. I wasn't awake. That's my own fault. Oh my gosh. I'm such a dodo. I just didn't even think about it. My kid even said that to me. He's like, are you able to drink that? I'm like, yeah. Didn't think that, Oreo cookies were, duh. It's like, oh my gosh. Why? Why me? And then I dropped a plate. Today's been a day. It's just like little things. And they're just like, oh, it's okay. Don't worry. It's just a material thing. Everyone's okay. I'm like, I know, but it was my favorite plate. But, oh well. But, we got to take the good with the bad. It's just, sometimes it's like, we didn't even do anything. And it's like, why is it affecting me? You know what I mean? But it's growth. The only way we can grow is go through these things, unfortunately. So I hope you guys enjoyed these daily tarot cards for Monday, April the 10th, 2023. May the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next daily tarot card. Bye.